Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. A man is due to front Belmont Court today accused of sexually assaulting an elderly woman on the Central Coast. It's alleged the man broke into an aged care facility at Batteau Bay at about 12:40am last Wednesday and assaulted and sexually assaulted a 90-year-old woman who was not known to him. She was taken to hospital and treated for serious injuries. Following inquiry, Strike Force detectives went to a home at Caves Beach at about 7:30 last night and arrested a 34-year-old man after he attempted to run from arresting officers. He was taken to hospital and treated for minor injuries to his arm. He's now been charged with serious aggravated sexual assault and break-and-enter offences and refused bail pending his court appearance today. A man accused of a carjacking at Bennett's Green with a baby in the vehicle has now been arrested. Police say the 27-year-old got into a parked car on Groves Road and took off with the 1-year-old asleep on the back seat. He drove only a short distance before getting out of the car and running across the Pacific Highway. Following extensive inquiries, police went to a home at Windale yesterday afternoon and arrested the man. He's been refused bail to face Belmont Court today. Hunter workers are ramping up their fight against misinformation regarding offshore wind development in the region. Following a host of community rallies against the idea, the union group has released a flyer outlining what they say are the facts about the proposal. Secretary Lee Shears says the flyer aims to give locals accurate information after inaccuracies were spread on social media.
It looks to dispel many of the myths that are actually been circulating around, particularly on social media, but also provide I suppose local residents, local workers, local communities, a place where they can go to for trusted information.
Hunter residents are being invited to give feedback on the proposed Hunter transmission project from the Bayswater to Araring power stations. The above-ground 500 kilovolt transmission line will stretch 115 kilometres across mining and industrial land, as well as state forest and private property. It's needed to distribute renewable energy from the New England and Central West renewable energy zones to the Hunter, Sydney and the Illawarra. The state government hopes to have the line up and running by 2028. You can provide feedback at energyco.nsw.gov.au. Families and Communities Minister and Port Stephens MP Kate Washington says the state government needs to overhaul its out-of-home care system. The current model has cost taxpayers more than $500 million over 2 years after it was privatised by the former coalition government. Kate Washington says local children are getting caught up in the broken system.
Coming into government, we inherited a child protection system that's spiralling out of control, where vulnerable children, including those in the Hunter, are being placed in hotels and motels with 24/7 shift workers instead of foster carers.
2NURFM Sport.
Australian Superweight boxing champion Dylan Biggs is threatening to no-show tomorrow's title defence against Nikita Tszyu in Newcastle. The threat is a result of special treatment given to Tszyu as a headline act by walking out last, which contradicts tradition with title fights. The Newcastle Jets women's team will hope to continue their positive signs this Sunday away to Canberra United. The Jets are coming off a last-minute 3-2 loss to Melbourne City last Sunday after leading for most of the match. The Newcastle Falcons have announced 2 new coaches for their youth teams. Long-serving junior Oliver Keeble becomes the men's youth coach, whilst Chad Kirkwood becomes the women's youth coach. And the Newcastle Blasters cricket team will battle in tonight's Country Women's T20 Bash Crown Grand Final against the Riverina Bullets to try and claim their first ever title. That's sport. I'm Jessie Dennett.
And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 3, 9, 16, 27, 30 and 35, and the supplementaries are 7 and 37. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.